Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litza and this is Coco and this is our podcast number 21. I can't believe how quickly the weeks are going by. Coco and I have had a wonderful week and we'd like to share some of that with you. Now before we get started, as always, Coco will have a little treat. Tonight will be her very favourite chicken. So she shall say a woof woof to all of you and I shall give her treat and then I'll get right back to you so we can have a little chat. So here we go. I just pop it down on the floor for her. Here you go. Excellent. So, podcast number 21. I really can't believe it. So thank you for joining us once again. To all of you that have been here from the very start, welcome, and thank you. And all of those that have joined us along the way, thank you once again. We really do appreciate it. As always, I just want to make sure that you all know that. Now, this week I have been a little bit busy, not as busy as some other weeks, but I will certainly share my finished objects with you. I do have some whips and we'll talk about our cowl and I will showcase some of everybody's wonderful, amazing, gorgeous work. So thank you so much for sending all of that in. Let me get started with something that is cuteness overload. I am totally obsessed with crocheting baby clothes at the moment. This is the third little baby dress that I've made. I just love this one. I hope you all do too. There's the little collar on it. It's got a little bit of a puffy sleeve. There's the little bodice and the trim. And at the back, I've actually put in a little, I think it's called a hook and eye to keep it together. So this gorgeous little dress is a pattern by Crystal from Bag O Day, and it is known as the Little Sprout Baby Dress, and it is tutorial number 363. Now what I used to make it was just some mill-ends. I had, and of course some other yarn as well, so I'll show you. So I had this white that was left over from some mill ends, and I think I used about 150 grams of it, and I teamed it up with this beautiful lilac color, which is actually one of my favorite yarns. It is a blend of acrylic and cotton, whereas the white is cotton. Now with this one, let me get my glasses on so I can give you the stats on it. I absolutely love this yarn. So it's 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. It comes in various colors obviously, but I absolutely love this color and I thought it looked so pretty with the white. It does recommend using a 4mm hook, I believe. Yes, it does, but I used my 5mm hook because I actually wanted it to have a bit of a nicer drape and just to have that little soft look for the baby. And I didn't use very much of this one at all, just for the trim. So this was actually a ball that had been started, so I couldn't tell you how much I used. Let's guesstimate about 50 grams. That was a lovely project. I did it over a couple of nights, so I really enjoyed making this baby dress. And what I'm hoping to make next is maybe steer away from the baby dresses and maybe do something like little jumpers or some little, sets. I'll see how we go. Little rompers maybe, but I've definitely been enjoying this little journey with the baby dresses. So thank you so much for tuning in so you can see what my finished object was for this week. So that's my very, very first one. Now, my current whip, and I'll show you that before I jump into a couple of other little things, is my son's jumper, the one that I've continued to show you over the last few weeks. And it is, here we go, we're down. This is what's left of the second ball of the yarn that I'm using, and I'll show you that in a minute. So I've actually managed to get the front panel finished. So remember that this is going to also have ribbing down the bottom, so it might look a little bit, like square at the moment, a little bit, oh wow, okay, is that what it's going to be? But it does end up looking very nice, rest assured. I can't wait to show you the end product. So that's the front of the panel, and now I managed to make the opening for the neck hole. See it there, hello, peekaboo. And I've started the back panel now. So that's one continuous piece. So there's less joins with this jumper or sweater. It is just very simply made using, there's where one of my joins was double crochets, just backwards and forwards. There's 70 and then there's 38 rows in the front. I'm currently at row number 21 at the back, so I've got, what's that? 17 rows to go before I can start making the sleeves. So I'll, you know, join it on the side and then I'll add the sleeves to it. So I'm hoping that by next week when I see you, I'll actually have finished the black back panel with a little bit of luck and a little bit of time. So I'm sure that I'll be using a third ball of yarn before I end the back panel, but I'll show you the yarn that I'm using. It is one of my favorite, all-time favorite yarns, just the USA Spot Saver. It is a 10-ply yarn, and I did work out how many meters are on it this week because I clearly looked up nice and close so that I could tell you. So it's a 200 gram ball and it is 100% acrylic, and there are 312 meters per ball. Now it recommends that you use a 5mm hook with this yarn, but again I wanted it to be a little bit drapier, and also to get the sizing that I wanted for my son, I'm using a 6.5mm hook to make it, and it's turning out really, really nice. And it is quite fast to crochet up when you can sit down and put some time into it, because it's basically just double crochets. That's US terminology. So you know, I'm hoping, as I said, to have the back panel finished by the time I see you next week, and then we can get on to the sleeves, because I am trying to get it ready for him for Christmas, and we've only just entered autumn, so I've got a few months up my sleeve, but I would like to have it made in advance for him. So that's my work in progress at the moment. I do have some others that I've put on the back burner, and if some of you are wondering, where has that meerkat gone? Well, he's just having a little sleep until I actually have some time where I can sit down and really apply myself to it, because I really want to see him grow, but I just need to know that I have to just be focused when I do that. I can't just be doing it while I'm watching TV. So I haven't forgotten him, and we will get back to him shortly. Now, the other thing that is a finished object, but it is part of a series, a lot of you must know by now that this book is the book that we're using to follow along with Sam and Mike from Manfors Makes. Now, they've got a whole playlist of all the different tiles that are being made every week, and they showcase theirs, and they, you know, do a wonderful job of talking about the tiles, what they think of them, what, you know, they might use them for. So I highly recommend, if you haven't already done so, please go and watch them. It's Tile of the Week Thursday is their little playlist. That's how I actually discovered Sam, and we've become friends since then. I was just hooked, pardon the pun, straight away. They're an amazing team, Sam and Mike, very entertaining, very knowledgeable, and this is a wonderful series. So I myself and many other YouTubers have jumped on, and we are making the tiles along with them every week. I started at tile number 25, and we're currently at number 30, but a lot of you have also joined as well. And one of our friends here at Coco's Crochet, and she's also friends with Sam and a lot of other people, I'm sure, Josephine, has been sending in her tiles as well. So I'll show you my tile and her tile this week, and then we like to compare because we see the different colors. So let me just show you. Now, before I show you the tile, actually, I'll let you know which yarn I've been using, because I'm not sure if I've showed you that for a little while. So these are all my scraps that I've been using, and I'm using these for every single tile that I'm creating. Not every color goes into them every week, but I have to say that these scrap balls, which were maybe 2/3 full or some 3/4 full, and this was the only one that was a full ball when I opened it up to start this project. They just seem to last forever and ever and ever, but I actually love the colors together, and I'm hoping at the end of this, when we create all 100 tiles, to use the majority of them, because some will be, you know, sizes that will be too difficult to incorporate into some sort of blanket. So that's what my plan is, and all of those yarns are the Marvel 8-ply yarn. It is 100% acrylic, and it is an 8-ply, which is, I think, what is it, a DK? I believe that's what it is, or a number 3, something like that. And I have been using my 5mm hook for each and every tile that I've been creating. So without any further ado, Tile of the Week Thursday this week, was tile number 30, and it's known as the Spring Garden. Now, I did enjoy making this tile, a reason being, other than it wasn't very difficult at all to follow the pattern. And the pattern does come with a little chart as well, which I have found very, very useful along the way. There it is there. I don't know. The only downfall with this book, and I have mentioned it before, and most people do, is that it actually falls apart. So there's the tile there. I don't want to show you the chart completely because I don't want to give away the pattern, but it comes with a lovely chart as well. And I have found that I am learning how to read charts more and more when I'm a little bit confused or not sure what the pattern requires, the written pattern. So that's been actually a great learning curve for me. But the other learning curve for me this week was that a lot of the rows asked you to go into the third loop. So they're all half double crochets, the majority of the shorter little stitches. And I've never worked in the back loop before, and I think it gives it a beautiful effect. If you can see it up close. And these were all little clusters. Now let me show you Josephine's. So Josephine as well has been using the same color palette each week for her tiles, and she's been using, and thank you so much Josephine for sending through your tile, absolutely gorgeous work. Now in fact Josephine had this ready a week ago, but I didn't want to show it until this week so that we can have them all together. And here they are side by side. Now this was actually the largest tile that we've made so far, well that I've made so far. It was 15 rows, but it grew bigger than all the others, which is actually really good because I want to put them all together so I can actually go around some of the others and create a border which will make them the same size as this. But sorry, I jumped away from Josephine, so let me go back very quickly. Now Josephine's color palette comes from an older pack from Ophelia Talks. She had purchased a pack and she wasn't quite sure what to do with the colors, and now she's discovered that they're making amazing tiles. And Josephine has been very busy, and she's been trying to catch up along the way with the tiles before she started. I think Josephine started at around tile 25 as well. I haven't made any of the earlier tiles as yet, but I'm hoping to make some. But Josephine also made this tile. Now this tile was the second tile that was made, second tile in the book, and it is called Dig for Victory. So these are Josephine's 2 tiles that she made for this week. So thank you so much Josephine for sending them through and actually making this cowl, which let's call it a cowl because Sam always says it just happened organically, was never planned to be a cowl, but it seems like the whole world wanted to jump on. And it's a nice way for me to have someone as well to compare, like to do the little comparison with the colors, which I totally love doing every week. So I'm hoping that Josephine, you'll be able to contribute every week and we can have this, this little segment going along together as well. But as I said, please go and visit Sam and Mike at Manfors Makes. You will thoroughly enjoy that playlist, and if you get a chance to see some of her other videos, she puts out something every single day. She's amazing with her content, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of things that you'll be excited to watch as well. So that was our tile of the week. Now that brings me to our cowl. So Coco's Crochet Cowl 2023. Let me just show you where we're at. We've finished our stitches and our colors for April. So this Saturday, which is going to be the 4th of March, we will be releasing the colors for May. Now, with this lot of stitches, let me show you this way so you can actually see what it looks like. You can see that we've got little windows and half double crochets on top to keep the windows open. Those of you that are following along, and I won't go into it too much detail now, but if you'd like to join or you just want a refresher, go and watch our playlist for our cowl 2023. But we will be continuing with the same stitches for May, just incorporating the 4 new colors, the 3 colors plus the wild card. but I have got some of your blankets to share with everyone, and I will also go into our Instagram page that some of you have been posting in, and apologies for those that posted last week and I didn't showcase them. I don't know how I forgot, but I did, and I apologize for that, but I certainly have been looking at them and admiring them, so I thought I'd share them as well today. I have bought my iPad, so I'll make sure that we do that. But before I do that, let me show you Sally's. So Sally has sent in her beautiful blanket as it's growing, and up here you can see her little windows and her half double crochets. And I love that Sally used the wild card color, which was red, to make all her half double crochets. So thank you, Sally, for sending in your blanket for us to admire. Now this is what Sally said. Her favorite bit is seeing everyone else's beautiful blankets. Well, your blanket is just as beautiful, so thank you so much for sending that in for us to admire. And we also have Raylene's blanket. Now make sure I get it the right way up. And there it is there. You can see all the months, and there was April. And Raylene says that she's adding the wild card colors in the middle of each quarter, and you can see them here, the purple, the orange, and the pink. Now I've blown this up from the original photo, so the colors may not be exact as the original photo, so I apologize for that, but I really needed you to see the beauty of it blown up and not just a little tiny photo. And Raylene also says that she is loving the stitches, but she's not sure about the color picks. But I just think it looks gorgeous, and I think that it all works very well together. What I love about this project the most is how liberating it is, and how you create something beautiful from something so random, and that we get to use our scraps, of course, and create something with love. But I love the randomness of it. It's just so freeing. That's how I feel anyway. So thank you so much, Raylene, for sending that in for us. And now I'll get my iPad so I can get into our Instagram page. And all of you that are sharing, thank you so much. Please continue to do so. I really love that we get to see them. So let me just bring it up very quickly. And here we go. Now this one is from Michelle, and you can see all her months in there in the colors. So thank you so much, Michelle. Maybe I can just, no, I can't really enlarge it, but thank you. It's beautiful. And this one comes to us from Terry from Yarn Joy podcast. Now Terry is doing a corner to corner. So all of those of you that are doing a corner to corner, and I will remind you when the time comes, when we're at July, you're going to start decreasing. So be mindful of that. And then we also have, here we go, Rebecca's from Yarn and Pajamas, and she has added all there. You can see all the colors for each month. So thank you so much for sharing those with us. We really do appreciate it, and I really love going in and seeing all the little updates. So that was our cow. Now, those of you that are joining in, get your scrap yarns ready, because this Saturday we are going to be drawing the next lot of colors to add to our blanket. So that will bring us to May. We're almost halfway. It's crazy, right? So any of you that, as I said, if you still want to join, please jump on. You've got plenty of time to catch up, or just continue it a little bit later. We would love for you to join us and to have more of the community come together and do it, because that's what it's all about for me, that community feel, and it's just been wonderful. So thank you all of you that not only have joined but are sharing as well. Now at some point I would love to gauge how many of you are making the stitch sampler blanket, and how many of you are doing like a corner to corner or something different, because I know that a lot of us, because I was the same when I first started watching everyone's YouTube videos, I didn't really comment for a very long time. I liked everything, but I would just watch, and I was a bit hesitant to comment. So I'm just wondering, in actual fact, how many of us are doing it? Because when I look at the views, I'm wondering if that's just people watching, or is it people that are watching because they're actually participating. So somehow I would love to gauge that. So if anybody that hasn't commented and feels confident that they would like to, just by saying, hey, I'm doing this one, with no pressure whatsoever though. Nobody has to do that. I was just curious. But maybe we could do that at the end when we complete our project at the end of June. So let's just wait and see how we go. So that's that. Now we do have a couple of more showcases that I'd like to do for you. So another couple of friends of ours. Now I need to go into my email page for Coco's Crochet, because our very good friend Pearl, and here it is here, she sent an update of her cactus. Now she's actually added the flowers, which looks gorgeous, and she added one more cactus in there. And this was a gift that she made for her granddaughter upon request, because she wanted some succulents. So there it is there. I love the addition of the flowers. So thank you so much, Pearl, for sending that in, and that we can, see the updated version of your little creation. I absolutely love that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And this one is so cute as well. Wait till you see this. So my very dear friend Helen, and hello Helen, I know you're always watching, thank you so much. Now she has the most adorable fur baby, Olive. Wait till you see Olive. And look at Olive's little coat there, her little jacket. Now, Helen has only been crocheting, I would not even say 6 months, 4 months I would guesstimate. And the first thing she created, of course, was this for her fabulous fur baby. But wait till you see this. She also made her a matching hat. Now that's Helen's hand, so you can imagine how little it is, how gorgeous. I just love the pom-pom. So thank you so much, Helen, for sending those through. Absolutely love them. And Olive looks gorgeous in them. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew how quickly you can learn if you really, really want to. If you want to learn how to crochet and you put your mind to it, you will discover a whole new world. So any of you that are just watching and haven't really tried, you know what, give it a go. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. It is amazing. It is so addictive on so many levels, and it is so good for you. I personally know that myself and many of you say this too, it is so good for our well-being. I totally love that more than anything else. So that's pretty much the crocheting that I've done this week. I've really enjoyed, as I said, the makes that I've been working on. I have also been gathering some items for my entries into the Royal Easter Show. So I will do a little, I'll gather all those together and show you before I actually enter them. I'm actually a little bit excited about that. It's come across, along very quickly, because we were only talking about it a couple of weeks ago. Entries have been made, but we'll be taking in the items. I think it's the 25th of March. So before then, I'll make sure that I show you, because I'm still in the process of sort of collecting and gathering what I really want to show. So yeah, it's going to be interesting and exciting at the same time. So, watch this space. Let's see where this journey takes us as well. On a personal level, so life news, I did manage to, of course, I managed to find a dress for my son's engagement and a lovely pair of shoes and a matching bag. It was a lot of fun doing that, because I was sending photos to, my future daughter-in-law, saying, what do you think of these? What do you think of this? And you know what? She put it all together for me just over the phone with a few photos. So that was wonderful. I feel so ready now. I know that it's not all about me, but it's a very exciting time. It's only 2 days away, so 2 more sleeps. I'm so excited. So I will let you know how it all goes. But as you can see from my face, it hurts so much from smiling so much. I think that it will be an amazing event for our family. And as I mentioned to you last time, this is the first of our children getting engaged, so it's a very exciting time for us. And this is the next stage of their journey in life, and how blessed are we to be there along with them. So we are very grateful for that. So yeah, that's what's been going on this week. Pretty much little preparation on my side for that, because they've organized it all, so I cannot wait for that. Now, I have been pondering on this question, and I want to ask you all this. Now, I haven't had much sleep this week. I've never really slept very much anyway. I go to bed very late, and then I was curious as to if you guys were night owls or you liked an early start. What was the best time for you? Like, do you get most of your crocheting late at night, which is when I do? So basically, this is my day. We all run around through the day, get a little bit of crocheting if I can, but at night when, the house settles and I have a nice cup of tea and everyone is, in their, slumber time as well, and resting time, that's when I do my crocheting, catch up on my YouTube videos. It's my time to unwind and de-stress. Now, this past week, because I've been really into, like, for example, when I was making this little dress, I really wanted to finish it, so I went into like 2-3 in the morning. But generally I sleep around 1 a.m. I am a very late sleeper and I am an early riser, so I've got that combination. Generally I get, on average, let's say 5 hours sleep. Now I'm wondering, when do you do your crochet time? When do you get the bulk of your crocheting in? I'm just so curious. So if you'd like to share, I would love to know. And we can all read the comments as well and go, oh, okay, I've got a few night owl friends, or I do everything in the morning. Some of you might love having the afternoon break, and catching your breath before the next part of the evening. So if you'd like to share, please pop it down in the comments, just so I can have a little read, and we all can. Yeah, I'm just curious, so I just thought I'd ask. So on that note, I wish you all a wonderful week, and I hope you've all been well as can be, and take care of yourselves, and I shall see you all in another video very, very soon. Coco's having a disco nap, but I know she wants to say woof woof. So bye bye from both of us. Take care, everybody.